How many of you ever experienced burnouts?
Productivity isn't about working longer hours or pushing yourself to the limit. In fact, most people who try to maximize output without strategy end up exhausted, frustrated, and stuck in a cycle of burnout. True productivity comes from the brain, not the body alone. It's about training your mind to focus, prioritize, and act efficiently while maintaining energy and clarity. When your brain is aligned with your goals, productivity becomes effortless, sustainable, and even enjoyable. This is the secret many high achievers leverage. They reprogram their minds before they try to increase their output. The first step in brain reprogramming is awareness. Most people operate on autopilot, reacting to tasks, emails, and notifications without strategy. This constant reactivity fragments attention and drains mental energy. To counter this, start by observing your current patterns. Notice when your focus is sharp, when you get distracted, and what triggers fatigue or procrastination. Awareness is crucial because you cannot change what you don't recognize. By mapping your mental habits, you understand the invisible forces that dictate your productivity. Next, define what productive truly means to you. Productivity is not about being busy. It's about creating value toward meaningful goals. Many people confuse motion with progress. Answering emails, attending meetings, or scrolling social media feels like work but contributes little to real achievement. Clarifying priorities helps your brain filter unnecessary noise and allocate energy where it matters most. Your mind will stop wasting effort on trivial tasks, freeing focus for high-impact actions. Chunking tasks is one of the most powerful ways to train your brain. Breaking larger projects into smaller, manageable steps reduces overwhelm and signals your brain that progress is achievable. When you complete microtasks, the brain releases dopamine, the reward chemical that motivates continued effort. This creates a positive feedback loop, where accomplishment fuels motivation without draining energy. Chunking also prevents procrastination by turning intimidating tasks into bite-sized, actionable steps. Time blocking is another critical strategy. The human brain thrives on structure. Assign specific blocks of time to focused work, breaks, and less demanding tasks. During deep work sessions, eliminate distractions, completely silence notifications, close irrelevant tabs, and create an environment that signals your brain, this is focus time. When you compartmentalize effort and rest, your mind remains energized and your attention becomes sharper. Productivity is not about doing more, it's about doing better during dedicated periods. Prioritizing rest is essential in brain-based productivity. The myth that relentless effort equals results is dangerous. The brain requires downtime to consolidate learning, process information, and rejuvenate energy. Practices like short breaks, meditation, or power naps prevent cognitive fatigue and maintain high levels of performance throughout the day. Reprogramming your mind involves teaching it that rest is productive, not indulgent. Recovery fuels efficiency and prevents burnout. The role of environment cannot be overstated. Your surroundings signal to your brain whether it's time to focus or relax. Clutter, noise, and constant interruptions hijack attention and reduce productivity. Design your workspace to support mental clarity. Minimal distractions, adequate lighting, and cues that reinforce concentration. Your brain will automatically shift into work mode when the environment consistently signals purpose and focus. Habits shape the brain more than willpower ever will. Willpower is finite. Habits are automatic. By creating productive routines, you reduce decision fatigue and free mental energy for high-value tasks. Simple cues, like starting your day with a short planning session or ending it with reflection, condition your brain to associate specific actions with results. Over time, these routines become effortless, transforming productivity from a struggle into a natural rhythm. Reprogramming your brain also involves controlling information intake. In today's digital age, constant streams of news, social media, and notifications overload the mind and fragment attention. Limit consumption to essentials. Batch information processing instead of constantly reacting. Your brain will thank you by maintaining focus, reducing stress, and increasing creative capacity. Attention is currency. Guard it fiercely. Visualization is a psychological tool that primes your brain for success. By vividly imagining completing tasks and achieving goals, you create neural patterns similar to actual execution. Your brain prepares itself as if the action is already happening, making it easier to start and sustain work. High performers often use this technique to reduce hesitation, boost confidence, and maintain clarity under pressure. Reprogramming isn't just about action, it's about conditioning your mind for success in advance. Mindset plays a huge role in sustainable productivity. Many people work tirelessly because they fear failure or want to prove themselves, but this approach is exhausting. Instead, cultivate a growth-focused mindset. See challenges as opportunities to learn, mistakes as feedback, and effort as a path to mastery. A brain conditioned for growth maintains resilience, curiosity, and focus, even when tasks are difficult or motivation wanes. Productivity without a healthy mindset is unsustainable. Your brain must believe effort is purposeful. Energy management extends beyond rest to include nutrition, hydration, and movement. The brain consumes roughly 20% of your daily calories, so fueling it properly is essential. Balanced meals, adequate hydration, and physical activity optimize cognitive function, focus, and creativity. Incorporating movement into your day, even a short walk or stretching session, can reset attention and reduce mental fatigue. Reprogramming your brain for productivity means training your body and mind to operate in harmony. Another overlooked element is self-compassion. High achievers are not motivated by relentless self-criticism. They operate from encouragement and self-respect. Beating yourself up for missed deadlines or perceived laziness triggers stress, which impairs focus and drains energy. Reprogram your internal dialogue to be supportive and constructive. When the brain feels safe and capable, productivity flows naturally instead of being forced. The power of micro-deadlines also cannot be underestimated. Long timelines often feel abstract and fail to motivate action. By creating immediate, smaller deadlines, you trigger your brain's urgency response. Dopamine surges when small goals are met, creating a cycle of achievement that sustains attention and effort. Micro-deadlines prevent procrastination and maintain momentum without pushing the brain into exhaustion. Incorporating reflection into your daily routine enhances productivity. At the end of each day, review what worked, what didn't, and what can be improved. This process teaches your brain to recognize effective strategies and discard unproductive habits. Reflection is not just evaluation, it's rewiring. It reinforces patterns that maximize focus, creativity, and efficiency. The brain learns through feedback. Deliberate reflection is the key to continual improvement. Limiting multitasking is essential. Research shows that the brain can only handle one high-focus task at a time effectively. Switching between tasks drains energy and slows progress. Train your brain to single task, giving full attention to one objective before moving on. Deep focus amplifies results while preserving mental energy, ensuring that productivity grows without burnout. Visualization, habits, energy management, and reflection are all more effective when paired with clarity of purpose. Know what you want, why it matters, and the impact of achieving it. When the brain has a clear target, it directs attention, prioritizes tasks, and sustains effort. Lack of purpose leads to scattered energy, procrastination, and mental fatigue. Reprogramming productivity requires a destination for your mental effort. Accountability enhances this process. Sharing goals with a mentor, coach, or peer creates external reinforcement for consistent action. Accountability strengthens the brain's commitment circuitry and reduces the likelihood of giving in to distraction or fatigue. Pair accountability with self-monitoring to maintain internal and external motivation simultaneously. Finally, incremental progress compounds into massive results. Reprogramming your brain doesn't mean overnight transformation. It's a consistent, strategic process. Small, deliberate actions repeated daily restructure neural pathways, enhance focus, and increase efficiency. The brain learns from repetition. Over time, effort feels less like work and more like flow. Productivity becomes automatic, sustainable, and stress-free. The key takeaway is this: productivity isn't about pushing harder. It's about reprogramming your mind to work smarter. Awareness, habit formation, energy management, reflection, and clarity all reshape how the brain functions. When your brain operates efficiently, you produce more without sacrificing health, creativity, or happiness. You no longer rely on fleeting bursts of motivation. You create a system where consistent output emerges naturally. By following these strategies, you build a brain wired for peak performance. Stress and fatigue no longer dominate. Instead, focus, flow, and energy become default states. Burnout becomes a relic of old habits, replaced by a disciplined, intentional, and joyful approach to work. Productivity without sacrifice is possible once your brain is programmed to sustain it. The day you start reprogramming your mind, you stop struggling and start creating. You gain control over attention, energy, and focus. Your efforts compound, your output increases, and your life aligns with your goals. Productivity becomes a reflection of clarity and efficiency, not a measure of exhaustion. And that's the ultimate transformation, achieving more while preserving the most important resource of all, your mind.